This is the Deep Dive from Global Heroes, where positive stories get the spotlight they deserve. Stay inspired by signing up for our newsletter and following us at Global Heroes across social media.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're looking at a really extraordinary story.
Mm-hmm.
It's about someone nearly 100 years old who literally walked into history.
Yeah.
And she's still going, still moving the nation.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. We're focusing on Juneteenth today.
Right. Juneteenth, it's a holiday that, maybe people know the name, but perhaps not the whole story behind it, or it's a deeper meaning.
Exactly. And especially the work of Dr. Opal Lee, who people often call the grandmother of Juneteenth.
The grandmother of Juneteenth, I love that. And her work with Opal's Walk for Freedom.
It's a narrative just full of resilience, community spirit, and this tireless pursuit of a vision. Our sources today really shed light on that.
Yeah, they do. So our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack Juneteenth, how it went from this specific historical moment to finally becoming a federal holiday and now really a unifying movement. And it's largely spearheaded by Dr. Lee and her vision.
A vision she's held for a long, long time.
Right. We want to get into not just what happened, but really why it's still so important today and what's being done to keep that message going forward.
Okay, let's do it.
So Dr. Opal Lee, 98 years old.
98. It's really striking, the power of just one person's conviction, to drive that kind of national change.
It really is.
Yeah.
And her advocacy, walking that symbolic 2.5 miles, was that all the way to D.C.?
Well, the symbolic walk to D.C., yeah, it was instrumental in getting Juneteenth recognized federally.
Okay. And she's still at it.
Yeah.
Still on this mission.
Absolutely. Same energy, same commitment. It hasn't waned at all.
That's just, wow. Okay, so for anyone listening who might need a quick refresher on Juneteenth itself, let's pin down that date.
Sure. It's June 19th, 1865.
Right, and that's the day enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas were finally, officially told they were free.
Exactly. But here's the key part, the really crucial detail.
The delay.
The delay. This was more than 2.5 years after Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation.
2.5 years. That's staggering.
It is. And that gap, that delay, it's not just like a historical footnote. It's central to why Juneteenth feels so significant.
Yeah, it tells a different story about freedom, doesn't it? That it wasn't instant or uniform.
Precisely. It reminds us that freedom, even when declared on paper, doesn't always arrive for everyone at the same time.
And this year marks the 4th anniversary of it being a federal holiday, which is still pretty recent, really.
Relatively speaking, yes. And it speaks to the ongoing effort needed to fully acknowledge all parts of our history.
And Dr. Lee's granddaughter, Dione Sims, she's involved too, right? The granddaughter of Juneteenth.
She is very involved. And she has this great way of putting it. She says Juneteenth acts as a national mirror.
A national mirror. I like that.
Yeah. Reflecting our history, but also, guiding us forward. It sort of invites us to really look at the past, not just glance at it, but learn from it, to evolve.
That's a really profound image, a mirror. It shifts it from just remembering a date to actively, grappling with what it shows us about ourselves as a country.
Right. How the past shapes the present and maybe influences where we're going.
Okay, so connecting that idea to the present day, Opal's Walk for Freedom, that's the living part of this, right? What's the main goal there?
Well, the core purpose is really to bring people together, physically, virtually, to serve as this active, living reminder of Juneteenth's deeper meaning.
So not just remembering, but doing.
Exactly. It's a call to action, really, acknowledging that there's still, as they say, work still left to do for real equity and understanding. It's definitely a movement, not just like a passive observation.
A living movement. Yeah, I like that distinction, because it started small, didn't it? Just locally in Texas.
It did. Started as a local walk in Fort Worth, but the growth has been pretty remarkable.
How so? Where is it now?
Well, it's really expanded. It's become a national thing, walks in cities across the country, Los Angeles, New York, celebrating local cultures too.
Okay.
And get this, even international. Last year, Tokyo hosted a walk. Yeah, Tokyo, Japan, the first international host city. It just shows how these ideas of freedom and justice, they resonate everywhere, beyond borders.
That really does underline the universal message, doesn't it? And I read they have some big plans for 2026.
Oh, yeah. Very ambitious. The goal for 2026 is huge. They want to bring the walk to all 50 states.
All 50.
All 50, to line up with the country's 250th anniversary. It's a massive undertaking, symbolically and just, logistically.
You'd think. That speaks volumes about the commitment, right? Dr. Lee, Diane Sims, their organization Unity Unlimited.
Absolutely. And they've been really smart about leveraging the virtual walk, too. That's been key to expanding its reach.
Ah, the virtual walk. Let's talk about that, because that seems crucial for making it accessible.
It really is. It basically throws the doors wide open, lets anyone, anywhere participate.
So you don't have to physically be in a specific city.
Nope. You can join in however and wherever you want. Walk by yourself, with friends, in your neighborhood. It's flexible.
And they suggest a specific distance, right? 2.5 miles.
They do. That 2.5 miles, it's not random.
It connects back to the delay.
Exactly. It symbolizes those 2.5 years it took for the news of freedom to finally reach Galveston.
Okay, that makes sense. Powerful symbolism.
And there's more. The mobilization goal they have, they're aiming for 1.6 million participants.
1.6 million. Why that specific number?
Because that directly matches the 1.6 million signatures they collected on the petition.
Ah, the petition that helped push Juneteenth into becoming a federal holiday back in 2020.
The very same one. So when they say your steps matter, they mean it quite literally. Each step builds on that foundation of support. It's like a physical manifestation of collective action.
Wow, that's actually really powerful. It connects your personal action right back to that historical push. It makes it feel very real, very immediate. It grounds it.
But, okay, beyond the numbers and the walking, there's a deeper message here about unity, right? And freedom itself. Definitely. Diane Sims puts it really well. She talks about Juneteenth representing the triumph of freedom, but also the enduring pursuit of equality.
The pursuit being key. It's ongoing.
Right. And she says the walk is a reminder that freedom, once won, must be preserved, which feels especially relevant, as she notes, in a time when cultural expression and freedoms are being challenged.
Yeah, it really hits home. It's a call to be vigilant, isn't it? Freedom isn't something you just achieve and then forget about.
Exactly. It requires active work from all of us. And Sims also brings up this fascinating historical point about unity.
What's that?
She points out that freeing the enslaved actually took all ethnicities working together.
Like who?
Well, she mentions examples like Quakers and abolitionists helping slayers escape north, and even Mexicans giving asylum to those escaping south.
That's a perspective you don't always hear emphasized. It wasn't just one group's struggle in isolation.
Right. It broadens the lens. It shows it was, and maybe still needs to be, a collaborative effort. Sims believes Juneteenth can actually help unify our country because it invites conversations about our past.
Conversations about how that past shaped where we are now.
Exactly. It's an opening for dialogue, for understanding, maybe even for some healing. It's not about separating experiences, but seeing the connections.
And Dr. Opal Lee herself, her vision seems so universal. I saw that quote where she says, Juneteenth is for everyone.
Yes. Not just for Texans, not just for African Americans. It's such a clear statement.
And then she makes that comparison. This one really stuck with me. Remember, July 4th freed the land.
But Juneteenth freed the people.
Yeah. Wow. That just reframes everything, doesn't it? What does that really tell us about independence?
It's profound. It cuts right through, suggests that true independence isn't fully realized until all people are actually free and equal, not just legally, but genuinely.
So freedom isn't just about territory or laws.
Right. Her vision connects it directly to democracy thriving only when every voice is heard, every vote counts, and every citizen feels included. It's about a complete, holistic freedom for everyone.
That's a powerful standard to aim for.
Yeah.
And participating in Opal's walk,
Yeah.
it's not just symbolic, right? There's a tangible outcome, too.
Yes. And this part is really great. There's a direct impact. For every registration for the walk, $6.19 goes directly towards creating the National Juneteenth Museum.
$6.19, that's specific. Is there a meaning there?
June 19th, 6/19.
Of course. Very clever. So walking actually helps build the museum.
Exactly. Your participation is literally an investment in preserving this history for the future. It's concrete.
That's a fantastic connection. So the museum's goal is to keep these stories alive.
Absolutely. To preserve Black history and ensure that the stories of freedom and resilience are never forgotten. It's about having a dedicated place for these narratives, for education, for inspiration.
So for you listening, that registration, it does double duty.
Right. It supports the walk itself, the museum, and other community programs that aim for long-lasting impact.
So it really amplifies the effect of participating. Every step counts, literally and figuratively. Even if you missed this year's walk, the chance to support this is ongoing.
Definitely. The website, opalswalk.com, has all the info on how to learn more or get involved. It emphasizes that no step is too small.
It feels like a really accessible way to connect with this history and be part of building something positive.
It really is a meaningful way to engage with our shared past and actively contribute to that ongoing pursuit of equality Dr. Lee champions.
Okay, so we've taken this deep dive into Juneteenth, really focusing on the incredible work and spirit of Dr. Opal Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth. We've seen how this historical date, through her sheer dedication, has become this living, breathing movement for unity, for that ongoing push for equality.
Yeah, her journey and the journey of Juneteenth itself, it really brings up a big question for all of us. What actions, big or maybe even small, do you, listening now, think are needed in your own community to actually protect those freedoms, to foster real inclusion for everybody, drawing on that Juneteenth spirit?
That's definitely something to think about long after this conversation ends.
Yeah.
What does preserving freedom look like day to day for each of us?
Yeah, food for thought.
Absolutely. We hope you're feeling inspired. Be sure to follow Global Heroes, sign up for the newsletter, and watch It's a Beautiful World streaming now on Prime Video.